Hey guys, how's it going? The Masterbucks here, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my 20th episode of my World's Greatest Manager series. Now today, guys, it's going to be an awesome episode because, on top of it, of course, being awesome like it always is, I am going to be doing things a little bit differently. For the first time ever, I'm going to be taking liberties with the team that I play. Of course, it normally works. I ask you guys to vote for which team I play for every next episode, and of course, the team which gets the most loves is the team that I play as. But today, I am picking the teams myself, and those teams are Chelsea and QPR. So, again, I don't know how old you are or how well you pay attention to the news or if you own a television, but the fact is, I'm sure if you follow football even remotely, you would know that both Chelsea and QPR's managers, Roberto Matteo and Hughes, both got the sack, unfortunately, for them. It's great for me, though, because I can now take their jobs, but the fact is, I am contending with two other managers, and those managers are of course, Rafa Benitez and Harry Redknapp. And even though I don't want to judge the board of directors for their decisions, but come on guys, let's be honest. Rafa Benitez is awful. He got a 0-0 draw in his first game against Man City at Stamford Bridge. Like, even the fans know how bad he is. They were booing the shit out of him the entire time. And Harry Redknapp, I mean, don't even get me started on Harry Redknapp. His first game as manager, and he was manager, and he's just sitting up there in the stands, just chilling back. What a lazy fucking But still, I'm not gonna get myself worked up by just even thinking about those two other managers. I'm going to pay attention to these lineups. We're gonna go and have a look at QPR's lineup first. Okay, not too bad. Key players. So of course we're working with Adel Tarabt, and he is going to be, of course, one of my key players because of his 5-star skills and his 5-star weak foot. Seriously, who else in this game can boast that sort of amazing? Who can boast that? That's not a lot. I can guarantee that. But still, he is fantastic, and I can't wait to use that skill. And of course, we've got Dribble Cisse. He is a beast player, and again, he is going to be beasting for me in this team. He's probably my best striker. He definitely is my best striker in the lineup, so hopefully he'll be pretty good for me. Again, he doesn't have a lot of really good dribbling, so I guess you could say that he's not that good a dribbler. I don't even know why I tried. But still, those two should be pretty good for me. They're my key players at QPR, and now let's have a look at Chelsea. Key players. Again, we are having a look at, of course, Mata and Hazard, those two duo. They are going to combine, and they are going to be fucking awesome because those two players rip the shit out of Chelsea, or no, should I say, for Chelsea when they play together. And of course, there is another sort of duo within the Chelsea squad, a bit of a bromance, if you will. It is, of course, John Terry and Frank Lampard. Now, Lampard took me off guard a little bit. Having a look at his skill attributes, he has got some fantastic skill attributes. Like, I very much underestimated him a fair bit, but still, you look at his line, you look at his stats, fantastic, a lot of light greens. I can't wait to make good use out of them. And of course, you've got, Frank Lampard's boyfriend, the ladies' man, the womanizer, the nanny slayer, the nanny shagger. It is John Terry, the man himself, of course. He is not one of the best centre-backs in the game. He's probably just edging a top 10 spot, maybe not even a top 10 spot, but still, he is okay, and he should be beasting for my team as well. He's going to get a pretty vital role down back again, of course, this team being Chelsea, of course, any roll down back is going to be a pretty important one. But the fact is, guys, he is going to be fantastic for me. Again, some of his stats aren't fantastic. Like, for example, look at his finishing. He does not have very good finishing, but again, you just have to ask any Chelsea wag out there, and they'll tell you for themselves. But still, moving on, they are my key players. Now, let's have a look at the lineup that I can come up with for now. Just give me a minute. Welcome back, and how do you like me now? And have a look at this Chelsea lineup. And you can be honest, we all saw this coming. It's alright. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Even though I disagreed with a few of the things that Roberto Di Matteo was doing, there was one thing that I loved. His defense. His defense was fantastic. There is not a single player in my forward half. And it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. How do we concede? Surely we can't. But still, we got 11 at the back, which is fantastic. And again, Terry, the sweeper role. Of course, the man that has been sweeping ladies off their feet for I don't even know why I tried. And for a second time today. I don't know why I tried. And how do you like this formation for QPR? And this is exactly what they need. An attacking formation. Because seriously, QPR, how many goals have they scored the entire season? What, 9? 10? 10 goals is all year? It's a joke. Maybe not all year. For this season, it's a joke. But the fact is, QPR, how are you going to win games if you can't get goals? And to get goals, you need to play attacking football. So I have now created and tailor-made a formation to get us goals and to be really attacking. And of course, that team is going to be fantastic and beasting, of course, with Adel Tarabt and Dribble Cisse in the lineup. So you have just got to trust me, okay? Look at my record and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. And just ignore that little number there. That's completely irrelevant. Don't worry about it. But still, moving on. Of course, before we get into the team, I am, because this is World's Greatest Manager, going to be doing one last thing to the lineup. And that is, of course, adding the worst goalkeeper possible to every team. And for Chelsea, that goalkeeper is going to be Jamal Blackman. Haha, it's a black man, and his last name is Blackman. How fucking funny. I'm sure the KSI Army is loving this shit. But still, moving on. Jamal Blackman gets the starting 11 role as the goalkeeper. But still, Hilario is still on here, and he is still hilariously bad. So the fact is, and old. But the fact is, you know, I feel bad about not giving him a game. So what I'm going to do is, Jamal Blackman is going to be the goalkeeper for the first half. And in the second half, Hilario, I'm going to be swapping him with Jamal Blackman. I'm going to be swapping with Hilario. So, seems fair. And again, back to QPR. We're going to be doing the same thing. We're going to put the worst goalkeeper possible that QPR have in the starting 11 goalkeeping position. And that player, of course, is Robert Green. So, Robert Green gets the starting 11 role in the goalkeeper role. And, yeah, let's see how we go. We're going to be playing with QPR first. And let's see how we go against Real Madrid. Oh, well. And we've only got one defender as well, and the rest are attackers. Oh, well, it's okay. It's not like we're versing fucking Ronaldo or anything like that. But still, moving on. And, of course, we have reached that point in the game where we're having a look at the squad lineups, and then mine pops up. His reaction. My reaction. So, anyway, we've started a game, QPR versus Real Madrid, and we're fucked. But we'll give it a crack. So literally at the beginning of the game, like literally 3 minutes in, and Johnson has already found his way into the box. Fake shots around a player who's literally 10 meters in front of him. Shoots straight to Casillas, and it's going to run over the line for a corner. Karim Benzema coming on for Kaká. Already Kaká's getting off. That's ridiculous, but still a great little header in from a corner in, and a great little header into the box from Bobby Zamora. And in the 5th minute, we've already got a goal against Real Madrid. See, that's what an attacking formation does for you. But still, QPR. But still, Higuain somehow dances his way through Wright Phillips, and a great save from Green, managing to pull that off and managing to save an equaliser. But again, a pass in from Cisse to Junior Hoylett, and has somehow put that wide. I have no idea, but still, he passes it right back to Cisse. Cisse one-on-one. He has a crack, and it's just gone wide. But Zamora has somehow put it in. He's caught up with the ball just before it's gone over the goal line and put it in. He's just put a foot on that. A brilliant, it was not a great shot from Cisse, but Zamora has been able to get there. And Cisse and Tarap are combining again, doing brilliantly well. 1-2, 1-2. And Cisse eventually dribbles Cisse, somehow gets a foot onto it and pokes it into the net. You watch the replay. Tarap with a bit of a meh pass in, but still he does get a foot on. And it doesn't matter how you get it. But we've already gotten 3 goals and a great through ball into Mackie. He's down the wings. He crosses in heavy. Falls to Tarap. And he chips it into the top left-hand corner of the goal. Casillas had the bottom left-hand corner covered. He could have just whacked it. It would have been saved by Casillas. But the placement and the cheeky finish from Tarap, that is sensational. But he has got the 4th goal, and we go into halftime at 4-0 up. And you guys probably were laughing at my at my attacking formation. Well, fuck you. So we came back into the second half with that same attacking mentality, but unfortunately we lose the ball there. Going into Ozil, fake shot somehow around Mbia. He's 1-on-1. The keeper runs out, and thank God Higuain is a spaz. But we have somehow gotten the ball back. It's about 10 minutes in now. Goes past the Cisse, runs around Pepe. A massive gap. They're not even closing me down. But we'll get a goal anyway. I don't care. So in the 55th minute, we get our 5th. So that is fantastic. Dribble Cisse, literally dribbling it through one of the biggest gaps I've ever seen. He pretty much had a paddock. So, yeah. And again, in the 61st minute, and Adel Tarap using that 5-star skills, he's going on one of those runs. A roulette, unfortunately a sliding tackle from Ramos, not that time. But, we're still moving the ball around sensationally. Mackie now maybe getting in a cross, falls to Tarap, falls to foul in. He's going to have a crack, and that's going to go wide. So, nearly a chance for a 6th. But surely, a 6th against Real Madrid, and we're QPR, maybe not, but still. And Johnson passing in a Tarat, takes a bad touch, but roulettes around his man, has a crack, and there's that 6th that I was saying was impossible. We have got it in the 71st minute. Are you kidding me? But still, Gonzalo Higuain, bad defending from Mbia, and he's 1-on-1 with the keeper. He shoots. No, he does. Yes, he does. And wow, that is, thank God this guy is dyslexic. But still, Higuain on the ball, through ball into Benzema. Wow, someone with potential, and yeah, and when I mean potential, I mean talent, and you can see it there. In the 87th minute, he scores a goal, and he's quite happy with himself. So, oh yeah, absolutely. But still, Green finally beaten very late on, and he's not happy with that, so he is going to dish out some ownage. You just got fucking raped. You just got it so hard, and we ended the game 6-1. That is a sexy move from the goalkeeper from Green there. I didn't even know he could dribble the feet up with his feet. That's amazing. But still, we won against Real Madrid 6-1. Do you see what an attacking formation does for you, QPR? Speaking of attacking formations, it's time to play with Chelsea. And then, of course, we were at that point in the game in the Chelsea match where we were, of course, looking at our squad lineups. Mine pops up, his reaction, and my reaction as well. That doesn't look very defensive. I'm a bit worried. But still, we will play the game. We are versing PSG. Let's see how we go. Come on. A few minutes into the game, and of course, Lavezzi combining, going to Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic on the ball. A big through ball into Pastore. Almost no marking on that side. Pastore with a shot. And how have we conceded? How have we conceded? Okay, no, we're going to watch this on the replay. You got, of course, Pastore taking a touch. And here we go. Look, count. 1, 2, 3, 4 players behind the player with the ball. Where's my 11? I expect 11 players behind the ball at all times. How? Okay. In between the player with the ball and the goal. Unbelievable. But Lampard, unfortunately, there for PSG, and great for me, are able to get that equaliser back. So, very quickly, Frank Lampard. He is a fantastic player, and don't underestimate him. And Hazard has gotten in the way of the pass, but unfortunately, we aren't able to take possession. And they're just going to pass it around really deep in their back half. Bit of a stare down there, but still moving on. Fernando Torres on the ball, and I get my player Hazard to run up with Fernando Torres being controlled by me, and a brilliant little tackle. That's exactly how I expected it to happen. But unfortunately, the cross into Hazard was no good that time. But Ramirez sees it, gets a brilliant little pass or a tackle into Hazard, and a great bit of dribbling. Still great dribbling. Passes it. No, he gets tackled. Lampard there to collect. He has a fake shot back. He gets tackled, but he's still dribbling with the ball at his feet, and he has a crack. I've lost all oxygen in my lungs, but we have gotten a not necessarily a winner, not just yet, not in the 30th minute anyway. But Frank Lampard gets a goal to put us in front. Going into halftime, we are 2-1 up against the competition, against PSG, which is fantastic. So, Andy Cole on the ball again, passing it into Lampard. Lampard going into Torres. Torres dancing around, goes into Ramirez. Ramirez takes a swipe at it, and we've gotten a third in the 56th minute, straight out coming out of halftime. So that's pretty good as well. And that was kind of a meh, sort of goal. But again, PSG continue to pass the ball around really deep in their own half. And luckily, Lampard comes out and makes a tackle. A lot of really good forward pressure here, and I bet you never thought I'd say that when I was talking about Chelsea. Torres gets a goal in the 66th minute, and fantastic from Fernando Torres. We're now 4-1 up, which is great for a team with 11 players in our own half, or it did not really seem that way, because Ibrahimovic ended up getting a goal, and yet again, we are going to, of course, have to listen to me complain about my defense, but we can see Ibrahimovic doing the spastic fish caught in a net celebration for some reason, but again, I'm not going to be blaming my defense, despite the fact there are only 2 fucking centre-backs there, but still, I realised what was wrong. Jamal Blackman. I forgot to put on Hilario for this half. So, again, I rectified that. And PSG just quit immediately. Which is totally understandable. Because once Hilario is on the pitch, you don't fucking fuck with Hilario. So, we did end up winning that game 4-2. Even though it was a match that ended prematurely. Just like John Terry with Cheryl Cole. But still, we did win the game 4-2. We beat fucking Real Madrid with QPR 6-1. I'm going to call this a successful episode. Thank you very much. But guys, do not forget, Board of Directors of QPR and Chelsea. I am the world's greatest manager, and I will more than happily work for both of your clubs. I mean, once we verse each other, that'll be a little bit confusing. But still, moving on. That is it for me, guys. Thank you for watching the episode. Do not forget, like and subscribe if you haven't already. But guys, here is the fun bit. Of course, you guys should be aware of my Road to Glory career mode with Southend United. Now, guys, if you are enjoying that episode and you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this one a like, because as soon as this World's Greatest Manager episode gets 300 likes, I will upload episode 5 immediately. And when I mean immediately, I actually mean immediately. I know I had trouble with the last time I said that, but this time for real. Episode 5, as soon as this video hits 300 likes, and guys, get to it, because hopefully you guys can do it soon, because I still need to go to bed at some point, but still moving on. Thank you for watching this episode, guys. Do not forget, like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter if you aren't already. Links are in the description, and guys, that is it for me. Thank you for watching. I'm yours again with the Master Bucks. 300 likes, and it's episode 5 of Southend United career mode, and that's it for me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.